You can actually train memory. We all know you can improve it, but to see an Alex Mullen memorizing a deck of cards in under 17 seconds.
Alex Mullen has burst onto the memory scene over the last few years. He's also a firm believer that these memory techniques aren't just for show, but can help change the way we learn.
I felt like I didn't really have a very good memory. I was doing things in school and forgetting things and getting frustrated, and so I picked up this book called Moonwalking with Einstein by Joshua Foer that talks about memory competitions and memory techniques, and that's really what hooked me. Started to practice memorizing kind of silly things like numbers and decks of cards, and it kind of just hooked me. I mean, it's hard to describe, but it became like an obsession for me.
I remember when he first started doing it, because I thought it was hilarious, because Alex actually has a really bad memory in daily life, and I feel like I can say that because I'm his wife.
Alex and his wife, Kathy, are both medical students in Jackson, Mississippi. They took a year off to focus on memory. Alex became both the U.S. and world memory champion. When he returns to medical school this summer, he plans to use these techniques to help him study and learn.
My ability to come up with associations like that has definitely gotten better. I didn't consider myself to be a really creative person, and so I was worried about my ability to make associations, but it's definitely something that with practice you get better at, you get more creative, and it's very easy for me to think of things like that now.
He's a world record holder in speed cards, memorizing a shuffled deck of 52 cards in under 17 seconds. He's gonna give us a demo, and we're gonna show him memorizing this deck in real time because it is that fast.
I'm gonna set, usually you get 5 minutes to recall the deck, so I'll just start that. All right, so we're gonna flip these cards over and see if the two decks match. This next one's, okay.
Oh.
All right, that's a good sign.
Woo! That's awesome.
He nailed it in under 15 seconds. How? Each pair of cards represents a sound. He translates that sound into a word and then places it mentally into a memory palace.
Yeah, so for that deck, I used the row house that I used to live in my 3rd and 4th year of college in Baltimore. And so like for every event, I usually use a handful of different memory palaces, and so that's one of my speed cards palaces that I use. So like I started it basically like on the street in front of the row house, and I see like this opened can of jam. So each 2 cards for me becomes one image. So this is like an open can of jam, and I'm just sort of like smearing it on the bumper of a car out front. So that was the first image. And then this next one, there's like a kind of a little tree in our front yard. And so this is like an electric razor.
You're probably looking at this, I know I am, and thinking, there's no way I can